Hi, folks. A.S. Christie wishing you a good evening. It's about 11 o'clock at night here in eastern Pennsylvania. And I thought that I would start off my series of videos on mysticism with something so incredibly controversial. I entirely expect to be banned from YouTube for a while over the sheer power, the sheer controversy of this bit of occult knowledge that I'm about to give you. So, let me begin with a lot of caveats. A lot of caveats. I am not a doctor. I'm a mystic. I'm a magician. I'm a writer. I am not a doctor. None of what I'm saying should be taken as medical advice or any other kind of advice other than spiritual advice for those who wish to use it as such. I am, how should I put this? I'm going to tell you a secret of the occult that science tells us is impossible to do. And yet, I have been having success in doing it. Now, I'm not going to say it's entirely scientifically impossible, but I found out that mystics are usually ahead of science by about 50 years or more. And if you've never heard of, for example, something called Tummo meditation, the meditation of the inner fire, which I've been working on myself, we know beyond a doubt that monks from Tibet can place their body temperature regulation under their conscious control. When I do a course in magic, I'm going to be teaching Tummo. I mean, I'm not at that point, but I can affect my body temperature to very small degrees. And since what I'm about to talk to you about is controlled by the same part of the brain, it is at least scientifically possible for this meditation to work. Even though science doesn't yet acknowledge the existence of magic or mysticism or meditation, they're slowly coming around to. Okay, so what is this dark secret? It is the power to place one's own, I call it the sexual response cycle, under one's conscious control. What does that mean? That means that through the acts of meditation that I'm going to perform, that I'm going to show you how to perform, you can become aroused at precisely the target you want and when you want it. Excuse me. Now, some of the implications of this are obvious. If you want to be celibate, if you don't want to struggle with lusts, this meditation could effectively render you asexual. That's the more traditional use of techniques like this. But in our society, another use of it could potentially be for what's known as conversion. If you're gay, I believe that this meditation could, at least in theory, make you straight if you want it to be. There, I've said it. That's the dangerous part. That's the controversial part of what I have to say. The possibility that homosexuality, heterosexuality, bisexuality, the possibility that it can be made a choice to the mystic is what's so explosive about my method. Now, this is incredibly controversial. All of the people who say that, it's not a choice have made the it's not a choice a foundation of the argument for gay rights. Personally, I think that's a non sequitur, right? Why does what I can choose to be, what I can choose to do, have any bearing on whether or not I have a right to do that thing? For example, I can change religions. I still believe in rights to religious freedom. But for a lot of people, they see that gay rights rise and fall on the ability of gay people to make the claim that gayness isn't a choice. If what I'm about to say is true, that peg could be destroyed. And if that peg is destroyed, there are a lot of people who I think would feel that gay rights would disintegrate. I certainly hope that that would not be the case. But I know that there are people who are unhappy with their sexuality. Now, I know that most of these people aren't exactly the type to seek out a magician to cure their problems. But for those people who are told that they have no choice but to simply accept their sexual orientation, and who feel frustrated because no one is telling them that they have any choice, and the only people who are viewed by the public and by the scientific community as crackpots, as being malevolent even, they're causing harm. My method doesn't involve suppression at all. If used in part of a course of regular meditation, your health benefits and mental well-being should actually go up as a result of the technique. I think I'm going to make this video 2 parts. The first part being just all of the disclaimers. Let me say that I am not someone who is particularly concerned with the politics involved with this meditation, mostly because I'm an anarchist. So the idea of a government imposing morality I find abhorrent. What's more, so, I suppose I have to do the, in all fairness and in full disclosure, my own sexual orientation. I'm going to say, actually, I don't know, but I don't know for sure, but I have been operating under the assumption that I am asexual. The reason I say I don't know for sure is that I'm certainly not, attracted to anyone, but I've taken medicine that in the past, that as a side effect, I was just super attracted to anything. Like I would have had sex with a pumpkin, is how this medicine made me feel. Men, women, fruit, it didn't matter. And that was something I also experienced at the height of puberty. Well, a kind of pansexuality at the height of puberty. Um, and then, as all of that sort of settled down, I settled into this comfortable asexuality. So, I consider myself asexual, and you know, yeah, I'm a little bit overweight, but it's not for a lack of offers. Um, I've had opportunities to have sex with men and with women, and I was A, not interested, and also B, I believe in the path of brahmacharya, the path of celibacy. Um, so let's see. I think I should also give you the disclaimer here that I am not. I don't have anything particular um, against homosexuality. I am a Christian. I've said that before, but uh, I don't consider homosexuality to be any different than any of the other so-called sexual sins. Um, we all struggle with our ability to control our own lusts. And if you lust for a man, I don't think that's, if you're a man and you lust for a man, I don't think that's any more of a struggle or any less of a struggle than if you're a man and you lust for a woman. I would say that if we have to focus on sexual sins to address, let's try purging the clergy of pedophiles first. But I think that should not disqualify what I'm going to make an argument for here. You know, this meditation is what it is. If people want it or don't want it, that's up to them. This is a gun in essence, and how you use it for good or for ill is up to you. It's up to society. I'm presenting you with the weapon, and I'm showing you how to use it. Okay, so that's going to be the end of part one of the series. It's going to be my disclaimers on this particular meditation. So I'm going to cut here, and I'll see you back at part two.